What's up, Kings? It's Chelsko. And this is Raising Hell to Heaven, where we call out lies and end the men are the villain era. Cheers. Welcome to the pod.
Oh, thanks. I appreciate it. I'm trying to be here.
Yeah.
This is great.
Okay. So, Hunter, welcome to Raising Hell to Heaven.
Oh, thanks for having me.
Yeah.
Just, it's cool.
I'm so glad you're here. So, you're not from Los Angeles. I saw the LA and I was like, yeah.
Oh, man, we met in a hotel lobby.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You were trying to find somewhere to go for Halloween, and I was getting in an elevator. So it was great.
Yeah.
You asked me spots in LA, and I was like, wrong person.
I know. I was like, I never get out. You're like, I don't even live here.
Like, I'm from Louisiana. I'm like, wrong human to ask this question.
That's actually so funny if you think about it. Like, the local asked the guy from Louisiana. Perfect.
Yeah, it was great. And I looked at you, but I was like, oh, you're pretty, and cute. I have no way to help you whatsoever.
You know, you actually did, though.
I did.
Because the one spot that you said is where everyone was because it was a Dodger game.
Oh, yes.
You lucked out.
I'm so proud of myself that I even mentioned something along those lines. That's good. Yeah. I don't even know where I told you to go, but yeah.
It was some sports bar.
Was it?
I don't know. I don't go out either. So, but apparently it's like the sports bar to like watch sports.
Well, at least you had fun.
Yeah, we did. Literally everyone was there. So my friends dragged me out to bar hop, and it was like before Halloween, right? So this is the funny thing, right? This is the worst example because I'm like, no, don't go bar hopping. But then I went bar hopping and we actually met in person. But like, don't go bar hopping, guys. Just hang out in hotel lobbies.
Yeah, that's where I was.
Yeah,
I was casually getting my drink in a hotel lobby.
That's the answer you've all been looking for.
Yeah.
I get so many people like, where do I meet a nice woman? Go hang out in hotel lobbies.
No, honestly, if you just hang out in a hotel lobby, you don't know who you could meet.
Exactly.
I've met so many interesting people in hotel lobbies.
Well, because it's the travelers.
Yeah.
It's the travelers.
I've had some of my best conversations there.
I love it. Okay, so let's get into it. So let's ask some questions. What do I want to ask you first? Okay, this is a good one. We're gonna start off hot. Okay.
All right. Sounds good.
Okay. No man wants a woman who's had a hoe stage because that means she's the ability to be promiscuous, and that is terrifying for any man. What are your thoughts?
Ooh, I don't know. I feel like that one's a little different. I feel like, I feel like it's kind of an unfair situation though, in terms of just like the way I've thought about my life and everything. That, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not a fully retired hoe, but I am somewhat retired. Getting there. And I'm not gonna lie about that in any case, in shape or form. But as a man, I think it's really fascinating that when I read about, and I hear other people talk and just say things about like, well, I don't want a woman that's had, more than 10 bodies. I don't want a woman that's had more than 5 bodies. I don't want a woman that's had this, but then why is it okay for you to have 70 bodies? Why is it okay for you to have 50 bodies? Like, what's your cutoff number? I've got friends and had friends that we're well into the hundreds, and so like it's okay for you to be promiscuous, but it's not okay for a woman to be promiscuous. Like,
interesting, right?
It's a very interesting double standard in that regard. I believe. We've all had fun. We've all done things, and if you haven't had that phase, I think good for you. Truly, the people that haven't gone through a hoe phase, like, congratulations.
What's that like to be God's favorite?
Yeah, exactly. I've been in long-term relationships, but I've been in not so great situations either. But at the end of the day, like, a hoe phase for anyone, I think you find yourself sometimes in hoe phases. And I think that's like a very hot take to say. Like, you have sex with a bunch of different people and you start maneuvering through, and you end up kind of finding out like who you like, what you don't like. You're a little bit more experimental. It's kind of like a little bit of a self journey in a weird way. Like, that's like such a hot take, but there is like, to me, I found out more about myself. I've obviously found out a lot about myself in relationships, but some of my hoe phases, I was like, wow, like I really like this, but I really hate this. And like,
Yeah.
but then it like helped me set up like, okay, if I want to date somebody and I want to like go through things with somebody, like, okay, well, like I like this, I like this, I like this. Did not like that she, this did not like the fact that this girl did this, did not like the fact this girl did that,
Yeah.
And I think for also even for girls, like, like I've met so many women that are like, like they'll look at me and they're like, what you do for a living? Like, I just know you're so experienced and I haven't done as much and all this and that. Like, I'm afraid of this, I'm afraid of that. And I'm like, well, that doesn't have anything to do with it. Like, but for some people, like, they want to get better at it. And honestly, sometimes the only way you get better at sex is if you go have sex. I mean,
right. Well, arguably, like in an ideal world, you get better with one person.
Yeah.
And that way, because there's nothing like sex with someone who you're deeply in love with and can trust.
Oh,
because there, all the barriers come off.
oh,
right?
completely. If you're in love with someone, if you're like emotionally attached to someone, completely different. Like, I mean, some of my best sex in my life has been with people that I've been deeply in love with, like emotionally attached to, like,
right.
But I'm not going to sit there and lie and say that I haven't had great and fantastic times with situationships and like, but I'm proud to say that I've never had an official one night stand.
Okay.
So I've like always ended up seeing the person at least one or two more times.
Okay.
So I've always ended up never just being like,
it's never like a really,
like shooing them, like discarding someone. So maybe that's where I just like end up like having that little bit of a situation, and like I believe that host stage and times are necessary. I also believe that's how some people heal.
I like that. I like that. So I would say that it depends on the person.
Yep.
Because I think some people, and I was one of those, I would argue, and I will never be able to be with a guy who would say I would never be with a girl who has had a host stage, because I think mine was necessary, because I think going off of that self-exploration type of thing, I think it was really important for me to learn, like you said, what I don't want. And I think that we paint this beautiful picture, and especially in the social economic climate that we're in and the way that the movies and the media are, that we paint this picture that the grass is greener, and that like what is freedom, and having been able to be unattached and like experience that, I'm like, I know what it's like, and I don't want that. Like,
I think, and I think you go. I think the hoe phase is now a little bit like different than obviously maybe like 20 years ago.
100%.
I think now people do not realize that like social media influences all of that nowadays. You have OnlyFans. You've got you've got. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like my Instagram is mainly sports, and obviously people that model. I have a bunch of friends that model, and like I've met people through coworkers and stuff like that. But I still to this day I could be scrolling through my Instagram, and I have like mainly sports stuff, movie stuff, and like just acting stuff, but still to this day I still get random women that pop up on my Instagram. Yeah, you're gonna continuously be shoved. It's everywhere. Things continuously get shoved in your face, constantly. Yeah. To go through a hoe phase and kind of go through one or two or however many you want to go through in your life. I mean, because the people that get married and then they separate and then they go hoe out again, they do it again, like.
Or like they've usually have never done it, which is what I think happens. I feel like people jump into marriage like right after college because that's what's expected. But they're the type that have a rebellious spirit and didn't give themselves an opportunity to like try. Now, some people aren't that way. Like you said, some people are happily get married, only sleep with one person, chilling, and their minds never wander. But they're also probably the people that like that's their personality type. Yeah. And I think that the people who that's not their personality type, you shouldn't force yourself into that. And you shouldn't force yourself to get married super young. Just that's the problem with the Christian like growing up Christian and growing the Christian bubble, so to speak, right? Is this like, okay, well, you need to get married to have sex. So they get married to have sex, not to get married. And before they even know the person a lot of times.
I grew up in the South. Grew up in the South, being a Christian, born and raised Catholic, baptized Catholic, went through that church for like 15 years of my life, decided to back out of Catholicism more or less now, Christian, Episcopalian, more of my groove.
Yeah.
My brother is a priest.
No way.
Yeah, my brother's an amazing person. He is the coolest, most gangster person you would ever meet in your life. My brother's also gay. So
That's phenomenal.
Yeah, my brother's an Episcopalian priest. He's gay. So, you know, my brother has helped me in a lot of ways, helped me find God again. I took a break from everything for a while. And I thank him every day for that. But also at the end of the day, like, there's still things I'm working on in that situation. But I think the South, like, God, I mean, the hoe face thing is like such a weird thing. Cause like, you know, like I think in LA, like I've met so many people here, women, men that have like had their hoe phase. I would say I've met less women in the South that have had a hoe phase, where I've met more men in the South where they've obviously gone to college and they were frat boys or they were this and they were that. And most of my buddies have had hoe phases.
Yeah.
I'm man enough to say that I've had one or two hoe phases, like not gonna lie about it. You do it, but it taught me also that like the grass, when I'm dating someone, the grass isn't always greener. It's not like, I'm not always looking for the next best thing. Because if I connect with you on a deep level and I'm connected to you, then like my eyes aren't looking at other people. And I think it's hard because what I do for a living, like people automatically assume like I'm with all, like when I'm talking to a girl, they're like, yeah, but you work with all these pretty people. You do all these things. I'm like, yeah, that's great. But like, I can see pretty people on my phone every day if I wanted to. Like that has nothing to do with, if I've got eyes for you, then I have eyes for you. And that's where it should end.
I think that it almost makes for a more trusting relationship, having experience, not that necessarily the whole face, but being in an industry like yours. So that's another question I was going to ask, right? Like, what is it like dating in an industry like that? And I know because with me, you know, obviously I have a big platform. There's tons of men, but it's very lonely. It gets to a point where it's like, I know though, I'm 34. I've dated people. I don't look at all the DMs and go, oh, maybe this one. Like, that's not what I think. When I just, you know, I'm like, this is probably, and like, I just don't, I've dated enough to see that likelihood of finding a diamond in the rough in the DMs is like probably not, you know, so it makes it easier. Whereas if I was someone who maybe like never got out there like at all and saw one DM comes in from a hot guy, and then all of a sudden it's like, you know, so one could almost argue that because you're around it, you are actually more immune to being tempted by it.
I think I'm more immune. I think it's not even just that, but like when I went to dinner with a friend last night, and we were talking, and they asked me, they're like, hey, you must get so many DMs from like all these beautiful women and things like that. And I was actually like, no, not really. And they looked at me kind of like astonished, and I was like, you have to think about it, man. Like, I'm very well involved in my modeling career. I'm very deep in it. I'm not afraid to like be creative and wear something. I'm a very like, I could change your tire tomorrow and wear a dress the next day. And like, I'm not trying to say like, but that's not because I'm gay. I'm a very straight. I'm straight. I'm very much like, that's who I am as a person. But at the end of the day, like, I have a job to do. I have no problem posting my job. And I think some of the women that have obviously like come across my profile, are like, they're, you know, like that are so-called so beautiful and all these people. They probably look at my stuff and they're like, probably a little sus. You know, and I think that's honestly completely fair. I would honestly, so fair. I mean, even dudes that like some of my, you know, I've heard people talk shit about me in my hometown. I mean, like, you know,
it's a different, I mean, Louisiana
it's completely a different situation.
LA,
But I think, you know, in terms of like being in a, being in an industry where you are surrounded by, I'm not just like other models that are beautiful people. And I'm talking about like, you know, like these women are like, they get paid to do this. I get paid to do this. I'm also around, sometimes I'm in rooms with celebrities. I'm in rooms with, you know, some other major models that are extremely famous people, you know, that's great. Yeah. They're beautiful people, but like that's all to like a point, you know. It's like you can be beautiful, but like cool, great, fantastic, so great, you're beautiful. But you know, it's so funny, all those beautiful people going through a living hell. we're all, when a lot of them are, if a lot of the women I meet end up are dating someone, like that's so funny. It's like, I think so many people think that I want to go onto a set, like, oh, these so many beautiful women. I'm like, you know what? 95% of these women have already locked someone down.
Yeah.
Or they're in a relationship.
Yeah.
You know what? They flirt with me. I flirt with them on set. But it's not because we're interested in each other. We're just like, most models have flirty personalities in general. It's how we get jobs.
Yeah.
We have to be charismatic. We have to like own a room. We have to be able to like sit in a room.
You have to be comfortable in front of a camera
at
all times and look like you're having a good time when you maybe are overheated or freezing or uncomfortable. Like that is not fun.
No. And then like, like the other shoot I just did, I did a big shoot in New York for a brand, and for 3 days straight, it was freezing cold outside, and we're shooting summer clothes, and everyone is freezing.
That sounds terrible.
And like the girls are freezing their asses off. And there's a picture that's one of the people posted, and it was me. I didn't have a jacket on. I'd put my jacket around the girls, and I was like holding them, like had my arms wrapped around them because I mean I'm a heater, and I'm holding them, trying to keep them warm, while the wind is blowing probably 20 miles per hour and it's 34 degrees outside. Like, I mean, come on, like it's
terrible.
But like, I mean, we're like, and then we're having to take off all these jackets when we're trying to shoot, and the wind's blowing, and we're having to make it look like it's hot summertime, and we're having a great time.
Yeah. So I mean, you're correct. You have to have a certain
personality type, and you also just like, you have to work. Sometimes I have to work with these people for 3 or 4 days.
Yeah.
Like, I want to get along with you.
Yeah.
I have to hug you. I have to put my arms around you. 100%. I have to like do stuff. And then like people don't understand. It's like, some of my exes don't understand. Well, why did you have to follow her? Well, we've become friends. Like, I've had to work with them for 12 hours now. I've had to work with them for 3 days. Like, okay, we're friends now.
Yeah.
I have no interest in her in regards to like dating, anything like that. But like, we're cool now. We talked about our lives. And if I'm dating someone, I've talked about you to them.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not complaining about you, but I'm like, oh, I love my girlfriend.
Well, that's a good point right there. That's really good, because I think that hits actually on every career, no matter what career path you're in. That is the difference, is being able to know, okay, what do I talk to the opposite sex about?
Yeah.
Right? So if you're complaining about your partner, that's different. But so, I mean, I think that it takes a certain type of person you have to recognize where you are with your career. And if you're in a career like mine or yours or something else, that acting as well, where you're going to be around the opposite sex a lot, you have to be with someone who is confident in themselves enough and in the relationship. And I think the problem these days is a lot of people just jump into, it's the same as kind of the church, right? Jumping into marriage for sex. Well, these days people just jump into dating, into a full relationship before they even know the person.
Right.
It's like they go on one date and they assume like, okay, we're dating. Actually, that was one of my questions. Let's do this one. This is good. Where is it? We'll go back to, no, we're going to do this first, and we're going to go back to,
that's fine, dude. Yeah, bop around. Let's be bop around. That's more fun.
Let's bop around a little bit.
More fun anyway.
Women these days, okay. Women these days have unrealistic expectations for men and very little expectations for themselves. What do you think?
So from what I've and this is no offense to the women out there in the world. I look, I respect y'all. I respect that y'all have high standards and you want things, but there's now become a movement in men that we talk about, and it's, what do you bring to our table? Yeah. Men, I saw this video the other day, and I wish I had it on my phone. I wish I could show you. It's like what men truly think about every single day.
Okay.
And like what we think about, what's going through our head. So like if we're, I need to be this tall. I need to make sure I look this good. I need to make sure I have this figured out. I need to make sure I have this other thing figured out. And like there are 30 million things that we're trying to make sure that we have figured out, so we are right for the person that we're trying to be with, or if we're trying to be with someone, like we're trying to figure all these things out. I've got health insurance, I've got car insurance, I've got this, I've got a house, I've got land, I need to buy more land, I need to invest more, I need to, I need to make sure I'm making more money. And like it's become more and more realistic that that's how every man thinks, because now every woman now has this very high standard of, I want my man to make this much money. I want my man to be able to do this. I want my man, God, there's like a thing where it's like, I want a man to make 6 figures. He needs to be above 6 feet
the
tall. He
song.
needs to have, he needs to have
Blue
eyes, a great body,
Yeah.
he needs to have all these things. Women that do that have now, and that's what they want, have now positioned themselves to basically date about 0.5% of the men in the world.
Yeah.
You are reducing your pool, and your husband or the person that could treat you better he might make 6 figures, but he might also have a dad bod, but that doesn't mean he's not a great guy.
Yeah.
And also him having a great body doesn't mean he's a great human. Him having good money doesn't mean he's a great man. Like, it doesn't, those things do not correlate at all. I don't sit there and look at a woman and go, well, how much money do you make?
Actually, I'd love to ask, do you think, because I know there are certain women that do feel like that. I've definitely myself felt in certain points in my life, like, if I want to make, or if I want to have a healthy relationship with a man who's making a certain amount of money, I need to make X amount of money.
Yeah.
So I definitely feel like things have shifted a little bit that way. Also, in the way society, like, because we don't want to be gold diggers, or like asking a man to take you out on a dinner is like you're using him for food. There's also that sort of thing.
Right.
But I think in the end of the day, like, what's important is recognizing that both people need to be bringing their best to the table. And I think what happens is when a man and a woman are both in their masculine and feminine in the correct way, that it's a beautiful dance.
Oh, it's
right?
a fantastic dance. But at the end of the day, like, okay, so there's become an issue too I have with men, and I'm going to say this with men. You need to learn how to chase a little bit. I'm not saying you need to do all of the chasing, but you need to learn that, like, men need to go back to, like, take the girl out on a date.
Yeah.
Even if it's just one date. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. But, like, put your best foot forward. I'm not saying like, what I do isn't what you need to do. But, like, just go take them on a date. Ask them out. And I'm not, just ask them, be simple. Oh my God. Be simple and ask them, like, like, if you're interested in someone, just be like, hey, what kind of food do you like? And it doesn't have to be like an intense thing, just, be like, okay, they like Italian, they like sushi. Okay, find a place that you think is intimate, it's cute, it's going to give off a good vibe, it's not loud. You can have a good conversation. Talk. Set the date up. And this, ask when they're free. Just ask when they're free. They'll give you, if they don't give you days, then, like, that and that's a problem. Like, I've done the thing where I'm like, when are you free? And then I've had girls text me back and just be like, well, you can figure it out. Like, no, I can't figure it out because I'm not going to set up a day. I'm not going to be like, I'm not going to take you out on a Tuesday and, like, set up a reservation and you be like, I can't show up. Like, give me some days you're free.
Yes.
I will figure it out and then I will go from there. And, like, look, and then you set the reservation up, tell them when the reservation is. And, check in with, I check in with them the day of the date, be like, hey, we still good for the night, or the day before, we still good for tomorrow. Just do what you got to do, and take them out. It's not a hard thing. And if you don't have a car, if you don't have, like, there's issues there, do whatever you can. Be like, hey, like, and explain your situation. If, say, your car broke down, say you don't have one. Yeah. Okay, hey, can I meet you at the restaurant? Yeah. Or I'll Uber to your house, pick you up in the Uber, we'll go. You can figure it out. But I think in terms of, like, dating and just, like, what people expect, like, I've never understood the person that asks the person out on the date pays for the date. Yeah. I truly believe that. Yeah. So if a woman asks me out on a date, which never happens, never happens for me, but I've heard my buddies been asked out, right? My buddies have had it happen. Yeah. It's if a woman decides to ask me out, which all the confidence in the world to her, because that's not what should happen. I'm so sorry. But, like, say I didn't notice her, she noticed me, and she wanted to ask me out on a date, or vice versa. Or, like, she texts me or she DMs me, and she's like, hey, I would love to take you out to go get coffee. Okay, if she wants to take me out to go get coffee, you're the one that asked me. Like, what the fuck? Like, you asked me, so, like, yo, just buy me a coffee. It ain't anything crazy. Like, I'm not asking you to, like. I'm not asking you to buy me a $300 dinner. Yeah. But, like, also, if you want to go, say you just want to take me in and out, yo, can you buy my burger? Like, you asked me to be here. I didn't ask you to be here. Like, you asked me to.
That is so funny. Like, it's valid. But
it's a valid thing. But, like, at the end of the day, like, if every time I ask someone out, you know how many girls I've taken on dates and I pay for the date and they're like, I haven't had that happen. or I've had to split it, or I've had to do like,
Yeah.
what the
'Cause
fuck
it's
is, what the fuck
LA.
is, but again, also like, and not even LA.
Do you have that happen in Louisiana?
Yeah, like what the fuck is wrong with men? Like, yo, like, what are you doing? Like,
Well, here's the thing. Do you think it's because you brought this up the other day, right? Flowers, right? Do you think men now, men maybe are feeling uncomfortable asking girls out and bringing flowers because they get pushback? So now why do it? Or I'm going to get canceled, or I'm going to be too much, or it's going to be too forward or inappropriate.
I mean, I've been told I'm too sweet. I've been told I'm love bombing you. I'm trying to do too much. When did chivalry fucking just like end up and fucking just die?
Yeah.
When did that shit just get up and just walk off the face of the earth? I do not understand that. As a man, learn to be just a little bit chivalrous. And you don't have to be like the fucking most gentlemanly men ever. You just try to be a little bit more caring. Like
even though society is the way that it is, though.
Yeah, but like you don't understand, the right person's gonna love that and want that from you.
Right, and that's it right there. But that's why men are afraid.
I know, but then go on 100 dates. Who gives a fuck? Go on them. Like,
until you find someone that appreciates
stop getting
it.
discouraged. Like there are 7 billion motherfucking people on this planet. Keep fucking trying till you find the right person.
Yeah. I would be ecstatic to get flowers, okay? I love flowers. So any girl that's not liking flowers is not the one for you.
No, and like I have been told, even when I'm like just talking to a girl, they're like, oh, you're just like, you know, or they tell one of their friends like you're sweet, you're great, but you're just like too sweet. Okay, well fuck you.
Yeah.
The fuck you then.
Yes.
Because at the end of the day, like, I don't have to be sweet to you. I've already had my asshole stage in life. I was a douche. I was a dick. I was an asshole when I was 19, 18, fucking 21. Like, fuck. Yeah. That's when I had my, that's when I was kind of a little bit more of a douche.
Having your fuckboy face.
Had my fuckboy face. Like, and I still look like a fuckboy.
That's my next question.
I still look like a fuckboy, but it's also like, okay, but like, I'm trying to put my best foot forward. Yeah. I don't open your car door. I don't give you flowers. I don't do all that and expect you to sleep with me. Yeah. I also will continue to do it. And that's the other problem with men. Men will do that for a little while and then stop fucking doing it. You can't, the way you show up in a relationship and the way that you show up at the beginning is the way that you show up throughout the relationship. So you have to continue to show up in the same way.
Well, women do the same thing. And I think that that's a huge problem, right? Is they show up and they're like, maybe I'll cook for you, or I'll do this or that. And then all of a sudden, like, as humans, we switch up. And then it's like, oh, well, I got him now.
Yeah, but like, why as a society, why do we stop chasing the people that we're with? Like, you have to continue to make them feel loved. You have to continue to chase them. You have to continue to do those things. Yeah. Like, I'm single right now. But that doesn't mean I haven't gone and seen people. It doesn't mean I haven't gone on dates. It doesn't mean I'm not, doing those things. But again, like, like I met this, I'm gonna reveal myself for like 2 seconds. I met this girl on set a while back, right? Mm-hmm. I thought she was like the fucking bee's knees. I thought she was so cool. We got along, right? Mm-hmm. I'm single right now, so I can act accordingly the way I want to act. I am professional, but I can also be a little flirty, be a little extra flirty, Yeah. But she ends up telling like a makeup artist that he's just like a little too sweet for me. Okay, cool, that's fine. Like, we can be friends. It's dope as fuck. Like, that's great. Yeah. That happens a lot. Mm-hmm. You not gonna hurt my fucking feelings. Like, fuck, I'll go fuck off. Like, I'm not expecting you to like jump at me, but like, I just think men, like, we also like, even women though, like women and men, you gotta continue to like love your partner and like put effort into them. And if you, even on the first date, and don't ghost people. Like, fuck. Like,
ghosting is the stupidest.
Don't ghost somebody. I will lose my mind on you.
The lack of respect.
Just tell me you don't want to do this anymore. Yeah. Like, just tell me you don't want to, like...
Well, it's just weak. It's weak for a woman or a man. But, you see people that just stop answering. Back in the day, that wasn't a thing. Like, you couldn't do that. You couldn't just... Because you're going to see them in the street.
I'm not ashamed. I'm not ashamed to say it. Man enough to say it, actually. Yeah, in my lifetime, I have ghosted people.
We all have.
We all have. But at the end of the day, now, I take it way more disrespectfully than I do anything else. I would actually rather you just tell me that, like, hey, I'm not interested. Cool, great, like, high fucking five. Yeah. Awesome. Like, at least I'm not sitting there wondering for the next, like, 3 or 4 days, like, what the happened? What the did I do wrong? What
Yeah.
like, you don't even have to tell me what I did wrong. You don't have to say that, like, you can just be like, I'm not interested. Okay, cool. That's fantastic.
That's a line. The problem is people will like say, oh, I'm busy or something when they're actually just not interested because they're afraid. What it really is they're afraid of the rejection or like pushback or something. You know what I mean? Like they don't want to deal with the repercussions. So they pussy out and just don't say the truth, which is I'm just not interested, which is better for everyone if you just are clear and honest.
Man or women, just tell the person.
Yeah.
You're not going to hurt you're going to hurt their feelings. Let me say, you're probably going to hurt their feelings, but that's okay. At least you're honest enough to hurt their feelings and like at least be just like, hey, like I don't see this going anywhere.
Yes.
I mean, also if you want to go on dates with multiple people and you're single, go do that. You don't owe anyone anything right now. Unless you've had a conversation about being exclusive with someone, go on dates with people. Go try some shit out.
That's another huge thing. And I see that problem happen so much is people will go on a few dates and there's no clarity there. And so one person like assumes that they're in a like exclusive thing now, but the other person doesn't. So they're still dating. And that's like,
I shit you not. I just got off the phone with my best friend.
Yeah.
We're seeing this girl in Louisiana. Like my best friend.
Yeah.
Rock solid guy. But I mean, me and him are we are two peas in a fucking pod. Yes. Love that guy. We're seeing a girl and shit you not, they would hang out 3 or 4 days in a row and then spend time together. Then she'd ghost him for 2 or 3, 4 days. Ugh. And then wait, and then would come back and be like, hey, like, I'm sorry. Like she was, she's dealing with like whatever. And then she'd be like, please don't lose interest in me. Please don't do this. Please don't do that. And he got to a point he finally was like, look, if you do that again, like I'm done. Good. Like, I'm fucking over it. I'm done. Yeah. They hung out again for like a week. I'm talking like a week straight. Like they just like saw each other every day. They went to the gym together, doing all this, right?
Full relationship.
Full. Yeah. And she literally sitting there telling him, I'm just seeing you, blah, blah, this, blah, blah, that. He's like, cool. Like, I'm going to do this.
So
he's like,
clarity
so he was like, so he was like, okay, cool. Well, I'm going to do the same thing since we're doing this. Like, he's like, you're being honest. I'm going to start doing the same thing. Like, so he, me and him on the phone, he was like, this is like before I came to LA and before I went to New York and then came here and did all that. Me and him were actually sitting there playing video games, and me and him like to like sit there and like we have headsets on and we're sitting there like talking to each other because I live in New Orleans, he lives in Baton Rouge, hour and a half away from each other, and we're sitting there and like playing a game together. And this is completely online, so other people can hear us talking, so it's really funny. And we're sitting there and I'm like, he's like, yeah, I think I'm just gonna cut off all these people. Like I really like her, I care about her. Ghost him again.
No.
Shit, you not ghost him again, and then she goes to. And then text him, and he's like, yeah, I don't know if I want to do anything. She's like, well, I just want to see you, like, make up for it. Like, so he's supposed to see him, like, not yesterday, but the day before yesterday, right? Yeah. And he was like, okay, I'll at least see you. Like, I'll talk to you about it. Like, we can talk. Yeah. She, like, doesn't contact him. Next day, she posts a picture with a completely another dude. She's unadded him on Instagram, unadded him on Snapchat, all this shit. Like, so she's been lying to him. Oh. If you want to see other people, just tell them.
Literally.
Don't make a man either, but think that you're just seeing them, and then they start cutting everyone off for no reason because then now she's popped out with a boyfriend. Yeah. Because she posted him on her Instagram. So you not only were you fucking him, you're fucking my best friend. Yeah. And then you fucked him over and fucked him in the head. Mm-hmm. I had a girl do that to me. I had an ex do that to me a while back. Fucking horrible shit.
All of a sudden posted with another guy?
I found out through Instagram that she was fucking around with another dude. When she was like, no, I'm not really doing anything. I'm not really seeing anyone. Yeah, I'm interested in you. I'm interested in maybe getting back together, figuring this out. Like, blah, 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 this, blah, 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 that. And then she popped out with some fucking dude. Yeah. And I was like, okay, go fuck yourself. Yeah. And then she tried to flip it on me like I did something wrong because what happened in the situation was I texted a mutual friend because the guy and me had a mutual friend. Okay. I knew her. She knew him. She's good friends with him. She's decent friends with me. I just shot her a text and was like, hey, I just need a quick question. Yeah. I was like, you know this guy, right? And she's like, oh, yeah, we're good friends. And I was like, is she seen blah, 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 right? Yeah. And she goes, well, yeah, she just posted him on his Instagram and like kind of soft launched their relationship. And I was like, crazy. I just fucked her 2 nights ago. And yeah, she just told me that she maybe want to continue to see me. And she goes,
so messy. It's
and,
so
and then she goes,
messy.
She literally goes, oh, fuck. And I went, yeah, I'm going to back out. Can you please just not say anything? Because like, I wasn't trying to start drama.
Yeah.
I was like, look, I'm just going to back myself out of the situation.
Yeah.
She was like, no, I need to tell him. I was like, actually, can you not do that? Because it's easier for me just to back myself out than like no, she ended up texting him and doing this whole thing. And then she texted me about it. And she's like, I was trying to figure out like what I was going to do about it. But now since you've done this, I was like, done what? Since I caught your ass, I caught you and you got fucking caught up in it. And now you're the victim in this situation because you played you played the fuck out of me. Mm-hmm. I was like, oh, don't do that.
Because people, the thing is, the end of the day, if you trusted yourself, if you know your worth, if you trust for me, I'm like, if I trust the Lord, if I know my worth, then what they're doing is they're setting up backup plans. So like they don't trust that what is meant to be will happen.
Right.
So they create a plan B, C, and D just in case plan A doesn't work out. And disregard what it's going to do to that person or all the people involved, right? And you see it happen all the time. And I feel like there's more. The thing is with social media, like people cannot hide, right? Like I had the same thing happen where I was talking to this guy and I just noticed him pull back a little bit and I was like, it's interesting. And I saw, like, women these days, we are the FBI. So, like, you can't,
Jesus Christ. And more than the FBI.
Yeah. So I saw that he was at a restaurant and I was like, that's interesting. So, of course, I went to the restaurant and found another girl who posted and found it. It was blah, 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 blah.
You want my, I'm going to give advice to all you men out there right now.
Just
don't fucking post anyone. Just don't do it. It doesn't help you. It doesn't do anything. Unless you are like extremely exclusive with someone or you had that conversation, just don't do it. Because at the end of the day, you're just going to fuck yourself. Yeah. And I mean, I'm not trying to say like I'm
not to fuck around, but
I'm not saying like go fuck around and like go be sneaky ass motherfuckers. That's not what I'm saying. But like if you're just not officially fully there with someone,
don't do it. Yeah.
Don't go post someone else. Yeah. Don't do that.
Because also it will freak them out.
It will freak them out.
Not there yet,
but
it's still testing the water.
It's that, but also like if you're still seeing other people, you blatantly coming out and posting someone or even hinting at someone, the other people that you've maybe been seeing are gonna look at that and be like, "Oh, you're solidly on them because you haven't done that for me. You haven't done. You're fucking yourself." Yeah. Like.
There's just no reason to be posting someone before you're in an exclusive
relationship. I honestly don't. Honestly, this is such a hot take. I don't think you should be posting anyone on your shit until you're about a year into it.
A year?
A fucking year into it.
I'm thinking you can. I disagree with that.
I think you can hint at somebody.
Yeah. Okay.
So what I'm saying is like I think there are ways to do it where you can show people that you're with somebody without having to like put it all over your shit.
Yeah.
I don't think that you need to like, I'm talking about like, if I'm exclusively seeing someone and we are 3 or 4 months into it and we are dating, right? Mm-hmm. I love the story post of like, like you have the little feet thing, or you're at dinner and you're holding hands.
Yeah.
You're doing stuff.
It's like a soft launch.
It's like a soft launch, but it's also mitigating the fact of like, if you're going to post every single person you've ever been in a fucking relationship with, God, you can be archiving shit forever because you.
Well, then maybe you're in too many relationships.
Maybe you are, but like also
because
like.
I haven't posted anyone in like 5 years.
I haven't posted anyone on my Instagram in like ever, so I feel like, and that's not because I don't want to. I think that's the other thing. Like, my job's a little different. I mean, posting a girl on my Instagram could be a little detrimental, not fully, but
to your career?
Maybe not maybe just to my career, but like a lot of gay men that follow me.
Oh.
There's a lot of gay men that follow me.
Oh, yeah, you could lose some.
I could lose some. But
you know what? See, I think about that too, and I have people. Thank you. I have people like ask me like, what's gonna happen when I come out and that I'm in a relationship? And again, it goes back to like I trust God. Like if it's the time when I'm in a relationship, I'll have no problem like posting that. It'll have to be like exclusive. Like I'm not posting any like beforehand, but. The men that are supposed to stay there and support my work will. Right. Like if you're gonna leave because I'm in a relationship, see your way to the door.
But I completely understand that. No, I agree, and it's not that also. But like I also like have had the unfortunate situations where like I dated this girl 2 years ago. Dated this girl for a year. Mm-hmm. I mean, we just had the most tumultuous, like freaking rough relationship.
Yeah.
And I would hint at her on my story, but I didn't get to the point where I could post her because every other couple weeks it felt like we might break up.
Well, that's different. See,
Right.
if you're confident in someone,
Yeah.
and you guys are like solid,
Yeah.
like for me, it would be nice actually to be able to, like, I think about it sometimes, and I'll like think about him. But again, like I actually, I filmed something with the last guy I was talking to.
Yeah.
But I was like, until we're official, I'm not posting this shit. But it was like cute things I had done for him. Like I was writing him all these like letters.
Right.
And I like, but my audience is very different, right?
Right.
For me, I'm like, if I'm going to tell the world how women should be treating men, then I should be actually doing it. So I could do cute things for my person and be like, it's not abnormal for your girl to do A, B, and C for you. You know what I mean?
No,
like,
it shouldn't be. But I also think like, I want to say this, like, I think relationship, you should want to show off your partner. I want to show off my partner. I think I do. Yeah. Like, it's not that I don't want to show you off.
Yeah.
I don't want any woman that I ever date to feel like I don't want to show you off.
Yeah.
I really do. But there's also a part of me that like, and maybe this is just like, and maybe I've kind of lost this mindset, but I've dated one, maybe two people truly in my like modeling career, and my modeling career has been about 5 to 6 years now.
Okay.
So I've officially dated like 2 people.
Yeah.
Other things have been like situationships or like we've been seeing each other, but it's nothing been more than that. And then last like 3 or 4 months, and they don't go anywhere. Like you know, like why no one's made it on my Instagram. Yeah. You should always want to show off your partner, and you can slowly do it. You can always slow roll the ball out. If you're not like, and I think that's honestly the healthiest way to do it, is slow roll your ball out. It's like, just hint at them, slowly put them out there, especially when you really start becoming exclusive. You've had that conversation. Yeah. There is something about social media that everyone wants to be seen, and especially if like now, if I have my platform, the things that I have, like the girls that I have spent time with, they want to be seen. They want to be known that they're like,
it's a respect.
It's a respect, and I completely understand that, and I respect that to a tumultuous, like a tremendous amount. Like I completely get it. That is not the issue. But like I also want to feel like you've earned for me to put you there.
That's a great point. And I think that's the problem, is a lot of guys these days don't feel like they need to do the earning, but women also have to earn a spot in a man's life.
Like I think, it's that thing of like, men need to understand, you need to know what you bring to a table. You need to lay it out. What are your morals? What do you have? What are you going to bring? What do you want? I honestly, I've scared many women. First date, I'm honestly most of the time off rip. This is what I want from life. This is what I want. I want kids. I want this. I want that. Not because I'm trying to freak you the fuck out as a woman. I'm just letting you know, like, as a man, these are the things I want.
I have a 30 question list, and I don't even go on a first date until they've answered those.
But that's fair. But like you as a woman now, you have what you want. Like you have exactly what you want from somebody. I want 3 kids. I want
Why 3? There's one stuck in the middle.
Well, I always say this. So this is like my funny little joke I always make. I'm like, I want 2, 3, or 4 kids, and it's always a joke. Yeah. And I always say that, and I'm like, it just depends on how many kids my wife wants to crank out. and I mean that, and I mean that in the most respectful way possible. Like y'all do all the work in that situation.
Yeah,
like
we do.
Yeah, it's a little tough. So it's like after like. We got to at least get to 2, and then after 2, I'm gonna be like, "Hey, babe, like, are we good? Like, do you want to keep going? And it's I will mainly leave it up to her. Obviously, it's a conversation you both have to have. But then at the end of the day, it's like, can your body handle it again? Do you feel like your body can do it one more time? Yeah. And if it's a no, look, you have a man, like you have 2 kids. Okay, great. Like you have to have kind of like a in your head, like that's why I would say 2 to 3 to 4, because. I've met so many girls that have like, I want 4 kids. I have girls that I want 3 kids. I have girls that like, I want 2 kids. Fantastic. 2 to 3 to 4.
Anywhere in that
range, like I'm gonna be happy.
It's great that you have that conversation, because you have people that are like comfortable to have sex, but haven't had that conversation. And then 6 months down the line, you find out one person doesn't want kids. That's why I literally had my last breakup. We were wonderful together. We were good. It was just the most respectful, wonderful relationship. But like sometime I think it was about 6 months in, he's like, I'm not sure if I want marriage and kids. And I was like, oh, okay.
It's like, well, I'm going to fucking go that way. And you just have a great time.
Well, I should have. But then again, I'm glad I didn't, because I really made a conscious, and this is the thing. I see people all the time staying in relationships, hoping things will change. I had to have a hard talk with myself and be like, I need to make a decision right now. If nothing changes, do I still want to stay in this?
Right.
And so I was like, okay, I'm going to stay because he is teaching me how to be treated. Because my past relationships before that were so bad that my body didn't even recognize what safe was anymore.
Right.
Like I would sit down and just my nervous system was in fire if I had done anything wrong that I needed. But I'm big on transparency. So I'll be like, I looked at a guy today. and wait for his reaction every time he's like, okay. Like he was so sweet that he healed me. And I think that kind of goes back to like what we were talking about sex too. Like there's parts of us, there's just different ways to do things, but you have to be honest with yourself, and you can never stay with someone hoping that they're going to change.
I mean, I had a girl that I thought was, you could talk to anyone in my family. She dated for 2.5 years.
Yeah.
I mean, I was talking to my mom about getting her a ring. I was seeing this when I was younger, and I swear to God, I was like, this is my end all be all. Like, because I'd gone through college, I was in college, I already had my little fun, and I met this girl, and we clicked, and she was, I mean, at the time, she was probably one of the prettiest people I have ever met in my life. Like, you know, I've got nothing but respect for her. We chose different paths in life. She and I don't talk anymore. She's married, has a kid, all the things. I think she hates me. Valid. I mean, but she hates me also because we dated for 2.5 years, and then somewhere in our relationship, she just looked at me one day and she's like, I don't want kids. And then we were like kind of 2 year and 8 months into it. Yeah. And like, it was like a thing. And I was like, well, fuck. I was like, are you sure? And like, I did the same thing. Like I sat there and I was like, are you can we talk about this?
Yeah.
And can we like figure it out? Yeah. And she was like, no, I just like don't really want kids. I let like 6 or 7 months go by, and I was like still kind of like revisiting the conversation, and it kept being like a no. Yeah. And okay, then like it like tore me apart, because I was like, it's not that I don't love you, it's not that I don't care about you, it's just like I want kids, and like you don't want them, then like I have to leave. Yeah. Like then I'm just wasting my time now. Yeah. Because you're not gonna provide me the thing. I want to be a dad so bad in life. Like it's one of the biggest goals I have in life. I can't wait to be a dad. I truly can't wait to be a dad. Like I'm gonna be a sick dad. I know I'm gonna be a sick dad, but like I want that so bad in life that like, and I felt that at 21, 22 that I wanted to be that. Yeah. I want that at some point in my life, and like for her to like not. Okay, like you could be amazing. Yeah.
And that's the thing. You made the right choice, because the reality is I have so many clients that come to me that are just like, I don't know why I can't leave, because they've fallen in love with the potential that eventually I just know that she has the potential. I just know that she wants to be better. I just know that she.
But like it's also like that even for women though. Like God, what is it when women get the ick? Oh God.
Oh yeah. So really quickly before we're done, what's the number one ick men have for women? Speaking of icks.
Men have for women.
Number one ick men have for women.
Wait, how long are we doing this for? How long do we have for this place?
I think we have like 1 more minute.
Oh, then we're out? We get kicked out?
Yeah.
Oh, dang.
I don't know. I can't see it. How much longer is it? Yeah.
Okay. Ick. I think you're not bringing something to our table. I think that's a big ick.
Okay.
You're not bringing something to our table, because not every man, but a lot of men want to provide for you, and a lot of men want to like be that. We want to fix your problems, and we want to be there, and we want to help. However, like there's got to be something that you bring to our table. Do you bring me peace? Do you bring me like happiness? Can I come to you and talk to you about my feelings? Can I come to you and talk to you about the things I have going on? Yeah. And will you not use them against me? The moment you use them the moment your woman starts using a man's vulnerability against him, he will shut up. And then you will not get that back from him. Men, we are emotional creatures. We do have an emotional state, but we choose who we give it to. That's what women do not understand. Women want us to talk to them and do all. You have to earn that from us. We just don't hand that out because we were taught as men to not speak about our problems. So if you want that from us, you have to earn it and make it a safe place for us. That's something that women just do not always understand. And they get so upset that we just won't communicate. We won't talk about it. Why? Make me feel like I can do that with you. Yeah. Don't make me feel like I'm somewhat of a pussy because I have feelings. And men don't cry. I don't know too many men. I don't know too many of my buddies that have cried. I don't cry very often. Yeah. If I cry in front of you, I'm hurt. Yeah. I am severely hurt. Now, men that use it to manipulate people, go fuck yourself. Yeah. Truly go fuck yourself because you ruin it for the actual men that are trying to be good men to you and be good people, and men that are trying to be good. Yeah. You ruin it, and you ruin it for women.
And women ruin it for the rest of us women ruin it for women when they use vulnerability against men, because now men are starting to feel like they can't be vulnerable with us. So
yeah, it's you gotta find a good little mixture of it. I want to say one last little thing. You know that little what is it? You said women's standards are too high. They are. Yeah. It's like when women ask how tall you are. Yeah. I would never look at a woman and ask
how much do you weigh?
How much do you weigh? I would never sit there and be like, what's your boob size? What's your, what's your ass look like? How big is your ass? It's just I get it, man. You want a man to be a certain height and all these things, but you never know what a man can bring to your table. And chivalry does not need to die. Men, work on it. Just have manners. Open a door for someone. Open a door for a woman. Yeah. I'm telling you, if you open a door for a woman, you just put your best foot forward and open a door. Yeah. Just walk on the outside of the sidewalk. I'm telling you, those little things go a lot further than you think. Yeah. They do. They just mean something. Yeah. And just be a man. Be there. Protect her. Yeah. Make her feel safe. Yeah. Let her turn her mind off when she's with you. If she can do that, you can keep her. You can hold her. You can hold her down. There could be any men that come by her. If they don't bring what you bring to a table too, then she's not gonna care. Yeah. She's not gonna go looking for it somewhere else. Yeah. Exactly. And so just be the best man you can be. Put some effort into it. Be ready for it too, and then just have some chivalry in it.
And know that, even if you look like a fuckboy like Hunter, the problems still exist.
You can be a mono and still have fucking issues with women.
There. Yeah, it's so much more than
your looks. It's so much more than anything
and height and wallet
and everything. You there's so much more than that goes into it in dating.
Well, thank you.
Thank you for having me. Yeah, this is so much fun. Yeah. We should do this again. I could do this all day.
I think so, yeah. Okay, guys, subscribe, follow. Hunter will be tagged as well. You can go check out his page and go see him in dresses, owning it like a man.
Come on now.
We love you guys, and we'll see you on the next one.
Sick.